Greetings. I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming, and welcome to From Hench to Mensch, where a bunch of powered individuals are climbing their way from lowly henchmen, hopefully to the top tiers of supervillainy. Now, last week, well, let's see who knows what happened last week. Knight?
Okay, so we were on a rocket flying into space. We got to this cool space station. And then we got to the space station. And then my brain forgot in the last 3.5 seconds. We walked in and came across the cage that was empty. Or one of the cells was empty. Then we walked around. And there was a bunch of people all beaten up and whatnot. And they were like twisted together in the mess hall or whatever I think it was.
One of the villains watched way too much Human Centipede while they were up here.
Yeah. Let's see. And then I looked at the other cells. Everybody else was in it but one person. And I don't recall his specific name, Mr. Bendy Man. That's all I remember.
The Crooked Man.
The Crooked Man. There you go. Eventually, Shadowhound's like, all right, forget this. Everybody's powers are off. Forget y'all. I was too far away, so I wasn't affected. So, yay.
For once.
See, and then, before that, brain fart on name. The one girl, she was doing things to make the thing blow up once we were done.
Julia.
I was going to say Giles, but I knew that wasn't right. I don't know why I have Giles' name in my head.
Because of Jules Verne.
Yep.
Maybe. So she was working on that. Everybody came back, stopped the little bendy dude that had this enhanced power dude walking alongside of him. So he was like super bending people. I guess that's how you put it. So we eventually stopped him and convinced him, hey, do you want to live? Because we're about to blow up this prison thing. So cooperate. And then Julia was like, okay, we got 10 minutes and this whole place is going to blow up or something like that. So she opened all the cages. Acer made a big announcement. If you want to live, come over to the cafeteria. Everybody but one person came over there. And we couldn't find the other person. So we got scared and we ran to the shuttle. We found him. Shadowhound found him. We all decided to go back to the shuttle. And we're still missing one person. And I'm carrying somebody. I remember I did that. And then Shadowhound found the missing person hanging out like in the engine room of the ship or something like that.
Yep. Ultimate.
You got it.
Yep, threatening a scientist. That's what he was doing.
Yep.
Anything to add, Shadowhound?
Yeah, this guy could copy powers, any power nearby. I could tell, like, I went to a cell, and there was a kink in the little IV line, and like my instinct was like, dude, the other guy wasn't here. He didn't do that. He's been with us the whole time. So I was like, oh shit, I already know what's gonna happen. And yep, this guy who calls himself Ultimate copies powers and seemingly holds on to them permanently. Obviously, we don't know for sure. But that also means he's copied my power, so if I try to touch him, he touch me, we take away each other's powers, which then negates the taking away of the powers and probably creates a black hole. So, let's avoid that.
We could always just shoot him.
Yeah, that works. We should keep him away from Celia. But yeah. And then it was about that time when Acer was in the front in the cockpit. He was like, all right, we need to go. And they're like, well, wait, is everyone on board? And she's like, and blood shot out her nose. She collapsed for a moment as she felt an insane psychic rift in the maelstrom. that showed her an image of Celia's aunt,
She felt a great
Dollface.
disturbance in the force.
Yeah, yeah, melting into a pool of quicksilver, which then gave her fear that Celia was in danger. So, but at that point, that was all the convincing they needed. They were like, "Oh shit, what's happening?" Her nose just exploded, pretty much. So they start piloting out. I introduce everyone to Ultimate. He's a chill guy. I'm like, "Yeah, he's cool. Don't piss him off. We don't want to fight here." And then the Bone Bender and the Blood Bender got into a little argument because they don't like each other. And then we're like, "Look,
Bloodbender.
like, look." Oh wait. Oh, sorry. It's Bone Bender and Everything Bender.
Bender.
Yeah. And we're like, look, you guys need to get along. Because if you don't fucking get along, one of you is going out the airlock. It's whoever's most useful to us. And the guy that can bend everything is probably more useful than the girl that can bend bones. So.
I mean,
Depends.
I don't know. He is a serial killer.
Yeah, but she gets pleasure off bending people's bones.
That's fine, I guess. Acer doesn't have a problem with that.
Exactly. We're villains. Serial killer, masochists, whatever they are, it doesn't matter.
Sadist, the other half.
Sadist, there we go, thank you. So we're like, one of you's going out the airlock if you don't get along. So they got along. And then, yeah, Julia went in, or was it Acer? One of the two, I think it was Julia, went in and went pop, pop, took care of the pilots, took over the controls, got us a shorter route to another location. And we got, like, what was it, a day of travel?
Yeah, tops.
And a half.
And so we're all eating snack cakes and drinking beer.
Anything else to add, Acer?
Acer was actually pleasantly surprised to receive a gift from Julia. the little
House crystal.
Yes, that shoots the little nuts and bolts. I love it. You know what we need to get her to make? What is the weapon? It's a Fallout weapon. You throw junk into it, and it shoots.
The junk gun.
Yeah,
Or
the
junk
junk
cannon.
jet. The junk jet.
The junk jet, that was it, yeah.
Yep.
So we need to get her to make us some junk jets. And we should just stick a whole bunch of forks in it. All right, anyways.
And one mysteriously well-made spoon.
No. That's currently in Cosmos. As a matter of fact, it'll move.
Oh yeah, I just was thinking of dipping it in that pool and turn half of it gold.
Ooh. I like it. All right. Let's see what else happened. But yeah, Julia was actually. We all kind of got out of our comfort zone in this little mission. Acer had to take off her mask. People had to do shit, like
Someone
be
had to stay visible
for hours at a time. Person was crammed into a tiny tin can with all of us and couldn't sleep in his cheap hotel room.
and the poor knight had to stay visible.
It kind of felt like a cheap motel room as it was, so it was perfectly fine,
But no, I think that's pretty much everything, unless
Yeah,
there's something I'm forgetting.
I don't think so. I think we all covered it. I think at the end of last, Acer had finally cleaned all the blood off her face and was going to get a little bit of sleep. What are other people doing besides eating snack cakes tonight?
Well, being last time I decided to smart off for some dumb reason and got in trouble, I'm going to eat snack cakes, drink beer, and keep to myself.
Nice.
You didn't get in trouble, did you?
You got on to me because I did a smart aleck remark.
What'd you do? I don't even remember. And now I feel bad.
Remember, he abandoned you and jumped out a window.
Okay,
That was a long time ago.
it was during the whole fight thing between them two, and I told him, y'all should be grateful that we're letting you come because we could have just blown up the whole fucking station and let y'all die.
Oh, yeah.
And then that one dude teleported behind me or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It was just kind of, let's all calm down here, please. Please. Because I can't afford to have, like, half of us die up here.
Or worse, everyone died.
Yes. Maybe, no, I don't think Ultimate would survive, re entry outside of a ship. So.
Technically, Knight would be fine because can't he teleport home at any time from any location?
Yeah,
Oh.
I can. Does
Then what are
collateral
you
damage.
In theory, you
Oh.
can, but that is a hell of a distance.
I was
Maybe
going-
shows up like 3 hours later.
I was gonna say it's collateral damage too.
So everybody else dies except for him.
That's the collateral.
Well, yep. It's kind of like that scene from the first Avengers. What are you doing, Nick? Sticking me in a tin can? This is a real bad idea. And then the fans come up on the helicarrier, and he goes, "Oh, no, this is worse. This is much, much worse." Anyways,
Anyway, Shadowhound, are you doing anything special?
Just keeping an eye on things.
Okay, what would you do if Ultimate say went into the room where Babsy's brother is sleeping?
I would ask him what's up first.
Well, I'm checking on everybody. Gotta make sure folks aren't gonna sneak up on me and take me out.
You mean you just want more powers?
Now that coming from somebody who I think you're the one that takes away.
Yeah.
So if we try getting at each other, it'll be a problem, right?
Exactly.
Might be a problem for everybody, huh? I don't know what's going to happen. It'd be like someone turning on and off a light switch a million times a second.
Could be fun to try.
Or we could just knock each other out. And I wake up floating in space dead.
one of these days you're gonna wake up dead.
Because I know I'm outnumbered.
Hey, you're not my enemy. Just he needs his rest.
I think using a big flying tin can's a lot of rest.
Yeah, but when you've been
Also, I want to know why he was dangerous enough to keep sleeping like me. I went toe to toe with the bro once, so I figured they don't want me waking up and wreaking havoc on a space station. But I don't know what he does.
transforms. It's about
Oh,
it.
they told you guys, huh?
No, I just can tell.
Well, it's hard to figure out exactly what everybody can do specifically. I mean, I got a lot of weird numbers in my head. It's like physics, but it's off. I think that's
Ooh.
coming from our pilot. I think that's coming from our pilot.
Good luck on
Does
that
he,
one.
does he make things? Because I'm also coming up with weird ideas.
Oh man, I could make something. Yeah, he's like, ooh, yeah, that one is probably not fun.
Yeah, and I know that most of the other stuff that was going on. I got to listen to them talk outside my cell because I thought I was asleep. Oh, that bone bending bitch is dangerous, but she's cute. They say,
Shadowhound kind of looks over, is like, yeah, I agree.
I was also hoping to find if they have any info on us, paperwork, computer files, stuff I can read, find out what some of these people did.
I kind of like point to where Acer is and just like, if anything, she'd probably have him if we got any.
Okay, give me a will roll, Shadowhound.
Really?
Oh.
Is this like a mind thing he's doing on me?
Well,
really is.
you guys are close to Acer.
Okay, so he's using a mind thing. Cool, because I get that plus too. Because dark thoughts,
Dark thoughts. Nice.
or more like shadowed mind, would probably be the better way to phrase it. Yeah, I'm a.
Oh, you successfully don't get listened, don't get read.
Appreciate if you stay out of my mind.
And everyone else's while he's at it.
There's already enough. There's barely enough room for a second person looking to Acer.
Just tell him everything about all of us, why don't you?
He knows. That's why I'm not holding back.
I know.
All right then. I mean,
Seriously, I got nothing. I
looked like there was a whole troop of folk come through here,
Oh, yeah.
on their way to the station with you. So I'm guessing they gave some of the information to their leader.
No.
You
I
got
mean,
any idea where he kept his files?
he just shrugs like I was with the security. We were just in the main room. Like I said, she's gonna be the one that knows anything, if there's anything.
All right.
Like I'm literally being honest. Like he doesn't know shit. He went with the security guys. A bunch of people got bent up. He ran, found an empty thing, then found ultimate. Like
That puts a whole new meaning to the phrase "get bent."
Heh. Like even if he read my mind, he would have pretty much gotten the same thing. Like
Oh my god, it's just 10-hour version of Nyan Cats.
there you go. I read a book where there's mind readers, two of them, and one of them on the good side was like, well, here's how I piss him off and make it so he can't read my mind. You think numbers. You just constantly think numbers. Like 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. He's like, but what really hurts his mind is when you use fractions. 364 fifths and like it's like what? It's like that's what you do to defend against mind readers, just weird ass calculations.
Don't you dare start doing that. Not in Acer's mind.
What are we going to do with the two sciencey types that look like they're going to piss their pants?
He kind of thinks for a moment. He's like, well, if we don't got a use for him, we don't got a use for him, but we might have a use for him. Thinking, we could probably coerce them into working for us. Evil science.
Coerce them into not being thrown on an airlock, yeah.
Or when we land, ooh, this one here can melt your brain. Don't betray us. Or just the classic, hey, you work for us, we work for you. Huh? You signed a contract, it's right here.
So I'll just sit here and relax then. I don't know if I'm going to sleep. I slept a lot already. Man, I couldn't stop dreaming about getting a chance to beat the shit out of the bro again.
That is something I wouldn't mind seeing.
He's big and dumb, but he's got smart friends.
Yeah.
God, I cannot wait to see
Oh.
this guy get dunked on.
So he just sits back in a chair, back a little, manages to get it to balance, probably because of the lowered gravity, because you guys are in space. Puts his hands behind his back and closes his eyes. I'll just stay here and relax.
He's totally not staying here and relaxing, but that's okay.
Okay, I know who is relaxing and resting. Acer, right?
Yeah,
Make
I think
the
that
will
Acer had mentioned that she was going to sleep.
All right, Acer. Yay, it's time for
Dream
me,
sequence.
time for me doing a little sort of like a dream sequence. It's just audio, but like in your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
My
voice
eyes are
you
closed.
barely recognize because you just heard a little bit of it before Babsy's brother went back to unconscious. Once upon a time, there was a boy who loved to tell stories. He told them every day, even after his parents stopped fully listening to them. And when his sister arrived, he was happy to have someone else to tell his stories to. And so he told her story after story, making things up as he went along, until one day his storytelling was interrupted. Two beings of great power were fighting and smashed the boy's house, with the whole family in it. The boy's parents did not survive, but he and his sister did. They were saved by the creatures and the forces and the buildings that the boy had been telling his sister a story about. When the battle was over, the boy and his sister were standing. The two beings who had been fighting were not. Authorities were amazed by the boy's ability. They asked him if they could learn more about him, about how he did what he did. The boy did not know and wanted to learn for himself. So he gave his sister one final gift and went with the authorities, leaving her to live with family. The authorities took the boy to a secret hideaway where they poked, prodded, pierced, probed, and did other things to try to learn the boy's secret, a secret the boy didn't even know himself. Eventually, the authorities felt that they could not learn how to do what the boy could. They decided that the boy should be hidden away so the people who worked against the authorities could not take him and learn for themselves. So they cast a spell and the boy fell asleep. He slept long and deeply. He awakened only periodically and temporarily, being sent back into sleep before he could even gather his wits. In his dreams, he could tell all the stories he wanted to, but he could not make them real. And then one day, he woke up long enough to learn that his sister had sent people to save him, but he was so tired, he laid back down and went to sleep. And then you hear, and also in your head, well, how do you do what you do? Come on, you don't give me more of that, eh? And that's where this unfamiliar itch in your head happens, where you're realizing that you're not asleep and no one's actually talking, but whatever's happening is on the same wavelength as your powers,
Yep.
so you're hearing it.
Immediately, eyes snap open, hand goes to gun. I sit up. Who's around?
I'm taking it you didn't go to sleep in the same room as um Babsy's brother, and while they were having the conversation.
I
So
don't think so, but Shadowhound made it look like he could see Acer.
Oh, if you weren't in that room, I would have nodded to the door that led to where you were.
It's fine if that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah, yeah. You're in a different room then, and no
So,
one's around you.
all right. Immediately going to get up and going to go see Damien. Yeah.
Um,
That's his name. Yeah. Shit.
no, Robert.
Why am I thinking Damien? There's not even a Damien on this ship right now, is there?
I thought
No,
the
there is a Davion.
Davion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
That-
but
That's
yeah.
that's the other person who's sleeping, the old man.
Yep. Going to sit up and immediately step out of the room and go and check on Robert.
Robert sleeping peacefully, and looks like Ultimate is sleeping peacefully, balanced on two legs of his chair.
You stop that right now.
He opens an eye.
She's got a
Oh.
gun leveled at his face.
You noticed that, huh? All right.
Did he give you consent? I don't think so. You want to
Kinda hard
invade
to
other
get
people's
consent from a guy
personal
who can't talk
space?
to you.
What's sorry, go ahead.
Kind of hard to get consent from a guy who can't talk.
Then guess what? Leave him the fuck alone. You and I are already off to a bad start, friend. Instead of actually coming to the group and leaving with us, you decided to go off on your own initiative and try and leave us. And
I tried to
now
leave
you've
you, but I wanted to
decided.
make sure I would be on that ship. Who knows? You guys could have just attacked me as soon as I got to the mess hall.
Right. Because we would have flown all the way up here for that.
Well,
And
if you were going to blow up the place anyway, you could have left me if I'd headed to the mess hall too. The
You're
one
going.
where, but we're going home.
Yes. And so I suggest you leave the people you probably will never see again alone. I don't know if you're collecting. I don't know if you're trying to keep yourself safe. But at the end of the day, it's not really your call, is it?
Not as long as I'm not the one who. I'm not the one who can fly this thing.
You're right. The one who can works for me. And so, help me God, I will turn this ship around if I have to.
Oh, that's a funny one. All right. He rights the chair back on all four legs. I'll leave him alone. He actually leaves the room if you let him.
Yeah, I mean, the gun is lowered at that point. If he does want to leave, he can. Is Shadowhound somewhere nearby?
Yeah, it's still be in the same room. I was just watching this with amusement almost.
I kind of give him that look. Because if I can listen in on him, it's entirely possible that it works the other way too. So I'm hoping the mask is kind of in the way, but she's hoping you get the general sense of what she wants you to do.
Well, you weren't listening in on him, but he was listening in on you.
And see, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure who he was interrogating. I think we were both listening in on the same person. I think we were both listening in on Robert.
Oh no, that was Robert talking to you, and he just listened in.
Fair.
But yeah, no, Shadowhound already knows. He's like I said, he's already planning all this kind of stuff. He's already felt him try to invade his mind, so he's just like, Now he has to keep track of every power this guy comes across. Ugh. But I guess I kind of pick up on each power he picks up. I can't use them, but I just like, oh, suddenly he can do this now. That's interesting. He has that power. I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to decide. Do I motion for you to follow him, or do I let you sit and watch Rob?
I'm just, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Mm.
Shadowhound's whole goal right now is let's not piss him off because we won't be able to stop him. And he already just he hinted at the fact that he's invulnerable. He'll wake up and die, and wake up and die, and wake up and die. But Earth's gravity might pull him back in eventually until he wakes up and he's on Earth again.
I don't know if it's that much invulnerability. It depends what the bro has.
No, it wasn't about what the bro had. Anyone could have had it. That's the problem.
Well, and how completely can you replicate that? Does that make sense to me?
Oh, his is on a much higher level than mine.
Well, yeah. Does it copy it perfectly for an indefinite amount of time? Who knows?
I know it's a very long period of time because he still has the bro's strength. He said to
Yes.
himself. And I also know that he's not able to perfectly replicate that each power. In that sense, he mentioned that himself as well. He can pick up Julia's like power, and he's getting these weird inventions, but he's not fully able to understand them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of let's not fuck with this guy in the middle of a spaceship. That's why Shadowhound's just like, yeah, he can go off and walk into another room. He just wanted to, keep our target safe. If he's going to another room, that doesn't bother me.
Well, Acer would probably chastise you on the level of, and if he had just murdered him with his mind in his sleep? I can do that. I damn know well he can do that, because he borrowed that shit from me.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know what he can do in a closer space. How, if he has to be near someone to take their powers more, stuff like that. Like my power, I can touch someone and completely take it away. What if his is a permanent? We don't know.
Well, I don't know. Acer finally
Yeah.
just kind of shakes her head and, as you were. And then probably turns back for a moment and just says, be aware, taps her head and points at you and then back at her.
I know nothing.
No, she's just saying, maybe she points off in the direction he came, him, points at herself, then points at head, and then you, her,
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah, no, he knows. He can listen in. He's just like, Shadowhound's not worried.
No, but he probably should be.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And that's what Ace
But
was trying to convey.
in a weird way, Ultimate has this similar like mindset to Shadow. Well, he has an understandable, almost animalistic mindset to Shadowhound. He's very simplistic in his desires, and that's why Shadowhound is less worried about him than perhaps he should be, or others are, and so on.
I'm not so much worried about what he wants to do. I'm worried about how he plans to accomplish it. That's the unpredictable part.
Exactly.
Great, you want to go after the bro. All chances point out to you getting the crap kicked out of you and then being stuck in another place. But what if that doesn't happen?
Then the bro's out of our way.
Well, that's only part of the problem. He decides this is rule of law, rule by strength, and he obviously thinks he's the strongest, and he very well might be. So when he decides, somewhat rightly, at some point in the future, hey, there's no reason I shouldn't be like the ruler of everything right now. I'm going to go do that, which is inherently, different from Acer's mindset.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be controlled by anybody. So, But yeah, probably just take a look at Rob. How does he look?
Still sleeping, but seems pretty peaceful.
Pats him on the shoulder, and let's go up to the front to see how Julia's doing. Or actually,
So
maybe
you,
we'll stop by night because night's closer.
so you go out the door and there's a uh, little black kid standing there about well around Celia's age.
There's probably uh, just the reflexes there where gun comes out almost and then slow keeps it down. Um,
He's rubbing the sleep out of his eyes. I took a nap. Um, must have passed the date line.
oh, it finally,
Davion.
yeah, it finally, clicks with her and me that, oh, this is Davion. You scared the hell out of me.
Uh, I don't think I scared you as much as I scared the scientists that were also resting in the same room. They saw me go from an old man to this, and I think they're freaking out.
Do I need to go deal with it?
Probably not. It's not like they're gonna go mad or anything. They're just confused and probably worried for their safety. But we're here. We're gonna get home. Well, wow. Been away so long. Just think of the entire Earth as home.
How old are you, Davion?
35.
And how many years have you spent up in that hellhole? I'm sorry, black hole?
3. Actually, 4. No, 3.
But,
I heard them say it was about a little bit after they finished the thing and gotten the first couple of people up there. So
but when every
3
day
years.
is exciting as yours, I imagine it must have felt like a whole lot longer.
Oh yeah, it feels like a hell of a lot longer near Saturday and Sunday.
You have family back home?
Yeah, I do. They're
Oh,
probably gonna be happy to see me. I don't think I have anyone around my house that'll rat me out because they like to call me a terrorist.
and are you?
I don't want to spread terror.
So why
I
do they
want,
call you one?
uh, well, you blow up a building that's going to be later on used to make more of those. Well, ironically, I got to live underneath the rays of Jacob's machines. I mean, isn't it wrong to build a machine specifically to dominate a different type of person?
On that, we don't disagree. Did you hurt anyone?
No, no, but they caught me.
How'd you do it?
Well, you take a stick of dynamite, set it to a timer, and I get to use my power on it. It can blow up like a pound and a half of C4
Ah, so you scale up the batch and.
and stick it and tie them to the load bearing balls. Down it
Hmm.
goes like controlled demolition.
Well, I for one don't fault you, and if you have something against Jacob's Corp, well, it just so happens that I'm in the same market you are.
Well, Francesca says that I have a lot to owe to Jacobs, i.e., probably cancer. I mean, I can feel the lumps he pushes on his arm down there on the bones. It's weird.
Bone spurs. Hmm. Yeah, and yeah, this Acer doesn't even like to think about that. I don't even like to think about bone cancer because, oh God,
Yeah,
I've read horrifying accounts of that kind of just. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, but because that's a kind of pain that medicine can't dull. But yeah, probably nods and says, "Well, once we're back on solid ground, maybe we'll see if the recent um, blackouts have caused Jacob to scuttle anywhere."
what do you mean?
Well, did you guys lose power at some point up on the station?
Yes,
A lot.
a lot.
Well, that wasn't just on the station. That was the entire world.
What?
She nods. I'm not joking either. Not usually one to joke.
Well, that's bad.
That's one
'Cause
way
up
to
here
put
it
it.
was like nothing was working.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was down there. Any sort of advanced electronics were completely disabled.
And they couldn't even radio down for assistance. Then at least the times that it took long enough that they had, well, that the rebooting process took longer than it took before the next blackout came.
Hmm.
Apparently, it takes a lot of time to reboot an entire space station.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Well, here, you take care. How quickly does your change take place?
I think it can happen over the course of even 5 minutes. I've actually tried staying awake long enough, and I will fall asleep still and transform. I guess it's like, I mean, awake for it. Everybody says it's like I'm growing over the course of 5 minutes to another size, another age,
Hmm.
and then rapidly shrinking once Monday comes.
Interesting. Well, you let me know if there's anything I can be of assistance of, Davion. And kind of looking around to see if anybody's in kind of earshot.
Um, you catch a couple of people peeking out of a room down the hall at you two, i.e., the very confused scientists.
Probably just kind of, nonchalantly, not like pointing the gun at them, but definitely raising it to show she has it, and she motions to get back in the room and shut the door.
Or they get back in the room. Yoinks their heads back in. No, no.
Wait until the
Use
door is
something like
shut.
a gun.
Wait until the door is shut, and then look at Davion and go, "Between you and me." Sorry. Just as quiet as she can. "Between you and me, let's stay away from Ultimate, please."
Sure.
She
Wouldn't
nods.
mind doing that. He was always just locked up and never, as far as I knew, let him out. Fed through IV, drug through IV with one of those machines too. So also, that other guy, he was there when I got here.
He's been up
The
here
one
for
that's
quite a
still,
while.
the one that was still asleep.
Yeah, she nods. He's been up here quite a while. But yeah, with that, she probably turns and goes, "Well, you take care. We'll be landing eventually. I'm gonna go check up on other people, see what's going on." And she hasn't gotten hardly any rest. So she is probably just running off of whatever small adrenaline she's got right now. But yeah, no, he's probably gonna go take a check on Knight. Well, okay, first things first, those scientists. Door opens. She steps through.
They back up. What was that? A gun?
She kind of holds it up. This? Yes. No, I will not answer your questions. Do I recognize either of them as in, like, someone that I've interacted with or they've tried to interact with me?
Um, Not really. It's the two astrophysicists.
Oh, okay. It wasn't the one guy who tried to. So you're a psychologist, huh? And it's like, yes, leave me the hell alone.
Oh, they're astrophysicists? They're useless.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Well, they were pretty useful in identifying that supernova.
Oh boy.
I love that. Oh boy. Let me try and contain my enthusiasm. When you want to know how space works, you talk to an astrophysicist. When you want to know how literally anything else, including actual space, works, you talk to a physicist. But she's looking, and I trust you're not going to give anyone issues on this flight home. You would like to
We're
fly
shooting our heads
home,
more very
yes?
rapidly.
Yes, you would like to fly home, wouldn't you? Well, good. Looking between the two of them, what's going to happen when you get home?
You gonna let us go home?
She was more thinking of, well, she'll probably clear her throat in, what are you going to say when you get home?
That the crew didn't make it and we did. It was a tragic accident, and the pilots did their best to try and save as many people as possible when the um it did blow up. That was what we saw out the. Of course, it was what we saw. It wasn't like it was another freaking two of those in one lifetime. You might as well start buying lottery tickets. You know,
Well,
you don't have to be so mean to me.
if you two love birds, will just give me a word in edgewise here.
They shut up.
She's still got that, yeah, the black, face mask on. Looking between the two of them. I don't really have time to deal with this right now. I suggest you two stay in here. There are people far more dangerous than I on this ship.
Now you have the face mask on, but you're still wearing the same stuff from before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's with the gestures to his face? I mean, it's not like we didn't see you when you were here before.
Now you've got to die.
She smiles behind the mask, which of course they can't see. She goes, why, didn't you know? I'm incredibly sick, and it's highly contagious.
Now they look nervous.
That's what she's going for. This helps, but coughing in an exposed area, especially when most of the crew has been around me for days, well, let's just say there's a reason they didn't make it. I decided to give them a small mercy.
They are like visibly leaning back away from you. You're not sure whether they know they're doing it or not.
Any other questions you want answered?
Oh, they are shaking their heads no.
Please get out of the room. We don't want your
On the way
cooties.
back out, she probably turns over her shoulder as the doors open and say, "Smallpox is incredibly painful, I've heard." And the door shuts behind her. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's go talk to Knight next. What's Knight doing? Beer and snack cakes?
Yep. Well, technically, the only thing is my head's visible, and that's it. So food goes in, he starts chewing, but you don't see the food because his hand and stuff's invisible. That's kind of weird.
Knight, how are you?
Well, shouldn't I be asking you how you're doing?
I'm gonna be alright once we get home and figure out what the hell is going on down there.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to be back on Earth. I'm done with this space thing.
You and I both. Uh, how kind of is there anybody else in the room?
Uh,
If not, that's fine. She was just gonna ask how everyone else was doing. If Knight would know.
I don't
yeah,
know.
let's
Everybody else?
let's see Francesca's there.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Knight.
I don't know. I kept to myself.
She nods and kind of pats you on the imaginary shoulder.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just waiting for us to get back to Earth and we can figure out what to do from there.
Well,
Talk to what's her face when we get back to Earth.
but until that time, can you do me a favor and make sure everyone plays nice?
We lost. There he is.
There he is.
There we go.
But until we get back to Earth, can you do me a favor and make sure everyone plays nice?
Sure.
Probably gets up from the table or wherever Knight's sitting, and I'm gonna go check and see what is up with our pilot and if she needs anything. Francesca, doing all right?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to figure out who should I talk to begin the work of exposing Jacob's machine's issue.
Well, if you wanted to get paid for it, you could always work for us.
Well, getting paid for suing Jacobs? I would think getting paid would be the result of suing Jacobs if I wanted.
My company
Mainly, I wanted
has
to stop using it.
my company has quite a bit of capital as well as a nice way to put this. Methods of recovering evidence for your case.
Do I want to know what those methods are?
Depends. Are you still the inspector?
No, that title's been stripped.
If they gave you an opportunity to take it back, would you?
I'm not sure. After the way I was treated, probably not.
That
Do
was
you have
yeah.
a
Go ahead.
lawyer on staff?
I have connections that can get us one. A very good one, too, I imagine. We're a small
Uh,
startup out of a certain city in Arizona.
Maybe I could go back into the medical field. She laughs.
And very seriously, Acer says, we would give you the room and the equipment to do so.
Well, it's a very tempting offer. I'll have to consider it.
Of
In
course.
fact, it's the best offer I've got.
I dare say once you're back on Earth, it won't be the only one. But I've read your
Yeah.
files. What's that?
I was gonna say, I mean, she's technically a criminal. She can't really show her face to the public world anymore, because if she does, they'll just arrest her again. So she has no choice but to work with us. Oh, look at that.
Well, there are other people I'm sure that would love to have her on file. I'm just
And there's probably a lot of people who would love to have her information on Jacobs.
Exactly.
yeah.
But she doesn't need to know that.
Acer is one of them, but again, she
Yeah.
doesn't need to know that yet. I've alluded that Jacobs and I have professional disagreements, but I haven't alluded that, my plan is to murder him. And something tells me I don't think she'd, take that, very well because she's planning on suing him even after all that's been done to her.
But the man is not the company. If we kill him, she can still sue the company and won't have him behind it to defend it.
I know, but she's not going to see it that way. Or she might. We'll have to convince her. You are going to sue Jacob's corpse. I am going to sue Jacob's corpse. But yeah, probably nods. And my big concern is if we make an offer to her, can we also make an offer to the crooked man? As much as I hate to say it, I don't think we can keep them both on payroll and happy. Because they're going to try and kill each other. But yeah, I'll probably go up to the front and see how shit's going for Julia. And if I run into anybody else, to just ask them how they're doing.
Okay, Julia is concentrating on flying. However, you can see a big old Earth in front of you. Isn't that pretty?
Probably sits down in the co-pilot's chair. Everything all
Only a
right up
few
there?
hours before final approach, they sent us the information on where to go.
Well, that's good to hear. Hear any information from them?
No, not really. Nothing about the stuff you asked her about. She
All
wasn't the
right.
one that contacted. It was one of, I don't know, probably like that Eugene guy. Backy.
How do you feel the mission went, Julia?
We got our man, and we got rid of a very bad place. I like it.
And the company we've picked up?
I could care less.
Surely you have some sort of opinion. For good or for ill, I'm open to
That
any.
ultimate guy's dangerous. He tried to, undercut us and maybe leave us there to explode.
And in his mind, he has perfectly legitimate reasons for doing so.
Yeah, doesn't mean I get to trust him.
Oh, no. No. Well, I must say, you did good work. Was, well, there's always, oops, there's always some snags whenever you're doing something like this. In another life, I would have had you open specific cells, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, how to do what we needed to do, especially with a entire group of security guards watching us.
Hmm. If I could change anything about that situation, I would have made sure that, well, made sure they had all died before the ship exploded. I've heard that dying by, well, being exposed to the vacuum of space is particularly painful. And then I've also heard that you're asleep before you die, so who knows?
All I know is I didn't want to find out.
Do you need any help up here?
Now I'm good.
Mm-hmm. In that case, I'll be back in just a minute. I'm gonna go take a, well, check on the rest of our passengers.
All right.
Probably puts hand on a shoulder as get up and thanks again.
No problem, boss.
At the end of the day, I think she was probably the only right choice when it came to this mission. What do you guys
Probably.
think?
Yeah, definitely a great choice. We needed a pilot. She was perfect.
Otherwise,
We
yeah,
need a
we could.
pilot, a physicist, and a nerd who worked on those computers.
Don't worry, love. I've put 3,000 hours into Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
That's I was talking about the hacking part, but
Well, and then you go, the game is less than a year old. Are there that many hours in a year?
that's when she says she overclocked her system enough so that it counted time fast. Does anybody remember back in the 386 days of computing, where if you got a faster computer, the games would actually run faster and you'd lose?
Oh, and I love because the turbo button actually slows your computer down. I love it. The turbo button, because everybody thinks, man, it'll make the gameplay better. And it does, because it doesn't speed up your computer. It slows it down. Because why? Oh, never mind. I just figured that if you were smart, you would make the lower clock like the standard, and then the boost would actually boost. But I digress. Anyways, yeah, I'll just kind of do a cursory touch around with everybody else, make sure Ultimate is not up to any of his antics again.
Are you gonna tell me why that little girl keeps making fun of my language? Says the crooked man when you come across him.
Little girl?
He means Julia.
Well,
She knows he means Julia.
Oh,
I was gonna say, she doesn't think, she knows what he means, but she's letting him, she's giving him more rope. She's waiting for an answer.
It's disrespectful. Come on. I feel like I'm being attacked.
If you're referring to the
Sorry,
pilot.
sorry, that was me laughing.
No, you're good.
Keep that up with a straight face.
She kind of rolls her eyes, and if you're referring to the young woman that's flying this ship, the pilot, well, considering that the accent she's using isn't her own either, I would just leave that alone.
All right, I'll leave it alone.
I mean,
Oh, you
seriously,
note
man.
that I don't like it.
Go ahead.
You note that I don't like it.
Yes. And I'll say something. Thinking back, like, did she actually say his voice was funny or something?
No, she's making fun of his accent because she's using the stereotypical bad British accent. Jade, love, cavalry's here. Thing.
Oh, that's right. He has a he's
He's
actually British, correct?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say, look, the accent is a part of the act. Has she mentioned her chosen name?
Now I try not to talk to her. She's well. I already said how she makes me feel.
Her name is Julia. Julia Verne.
We all hear the face palm.
Really? That's
Yes.
all right. You got screws loose or something. I got it.
She doesn't say anything. Whether she agrees with him or whether she's just too polite to say anything is, well, he is up for him to determine by the look in her eye. And just, do you need anything?
Now, we got food. We got a trip home. I'm good.
All right. Seen anything strange going on around here? Other than a 10-year-old wandering the halls?
I've gotten used to Davion's antics ever since we got out. I mean, they didn't usually let us out and him at the same time because nobody wants nobody wants me powered up. You saw what could happen.
I did. Actually, I have a question about that. We were given some, well, documents about why each of you were up here and your powers. Knight, were you trying to say something?
No, but for some reason the tab crashed.
Oh, sorry. Gotcha. Well, you're back. But, are the dossiers true? They paint you as
Um,
quite the serial killer.
and I'm not as good as a personal hero, but I'll do my best.
And that
Yeah,
she already know. Well,
yes.
she already knows who the hero is, but she'll ask.
Good
No.
old Jack the Ripper. Except for instead of ripping people, I bend. There's nothing more interesting than watching somebody's ribs bend inward 90 degrees, start crushing their lungs, their heart. They can't do anything about it.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and goes, "And you were the one making fun of the former inspector for her desires?"
I don't try to hide it. She's a
Fair.
bloody perv. She's a bloody perv. She can own up to it.
Oh god. Okay. Right now, the picture that is being painted is that of Morinth from Mass Effect. If anybody gets the reference there.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I don't recognize that name.
Mass Effect 2, there's the Justicar Samara.
It's been a long time.
Okay.
Oh. But do you know what I mean,
No.
computer?
Yes.
Okay, her daughter, the one that, kills people with.
Yeah.
Carl?
And, and so the
The one
osteomancer.
that kills you if you romance her.
Yes. Yes. And it's a glorious game over, and you feel kind of like, why did I waste my time on this again? Never done it myself.
Carl, that kills people.
Oh, I am so sorry. I had no idea.
Stupid llamas.
Stupid llamas make me look bad.
Booga booga.
But yeah, probably motion. And I thank you for your honesty.
She almost caught me a couple times too. But people kind of yell in pain when things are unbent too. And she really got into fixing people for me. Not that I didn't go back and finish them off later, but
Huh.
he let me get away because she was too busy. Well, you should have seen the videotape.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. Of.
Let's just say she didn't have both her hands on her victim
Oh.
at the same time.
Oh. That's all you need.
There's a facepalm moment. You can just see if the you. What is the little? Never mind. Just maybe there's a vein in the temple, that starts throbbing, and for once, I am very sorry I asked. But I have to know who filmed this and why.
It was closed circuit cameras that she didn't know about. I kept my back to him, and I think that was what that was what got her caught. I mean, they hadn't known that she could unbend people. She'd been nice enough to get people to, cover for her and say, I tried to bend them and failed. That made me mad. That made me real mad. I don't fail.
Well,
Gotta be careful there. I don't want him to bend us, because she might have a little too much fun unbending us.
oh, they should be the perfect duo. But I
Let's
just need to
put
find a
it this way.
masochist.
If she's going to if she's going to bend and unbend people, it better be consensual.
Exactly, find a masochist. Just
There are some grade A masochists out there, I'm sure.
anyways, on to the conversation.
But I think this
We
conversation
here at
is
Paradise Theater love consent.
it's the foundation of roleplay. Thank you.
Definitely. Won't go there.
Let's see.
What were you saying?
Huh?
We won't go there. What were you saying?
I think we've talked to all of our secondary targets. The only person left really is just Rob, but he's asleep and we're not going to wake him. Acer's not going to take the time to wake him. Because
We don't need him telling
he
stories.
sounds like he's the only one here who's genuinely done nothing wrong. Okay, I understand terrorism for a good cause. Wait, that's wrong. I understand why.
No, that's Davion. I thought you meant
Davion
Rob
did what-
hasn't. I thought you meant Rob hasn't done anything. I'm just like,
We don't know that. As far as Acer knows, he hasn't done anything. And those dreams, basically make it sound like, yeah, I agreed to leave my home because the government, I trusted the government who wanted to go, who wanted to understand how I did what I did. And then they decided I was too dangerous and couldn't be trusted because they never gave me the chance to be trusted.
Yes.
What do you think?
Nah, just the fact that he has the power that just killed two superpowered people nonchalantly, can create things out of thin air. He's a reality warper, and
I'm talking about Rob, not Ultimate.
no, I'm talking about Rob too. He's a reality warper. He tells stories and they happen. He was able to kill two superpowered individuals as a child. His transformation ability that I picked up isn't the transformation of himself per se. It's worse. I love it. We're carrying an
I understand.
Omega with us. It's like a nuke. He
I didn't
tells the
interpret
wrong
it in that way,
story.
honestly. But
Oh
no,
yeah,
I
no, he
understand.
tells the wrong story, and
But the fact that they let him dream means that, well, he was under power suppression, wasn't he?
and he wasn't dreaming as much as just uh, unconscious through drugs, induced coma.
Who knows? It depends on the drug. Um, actually, um, maybe if she makes her way back there, she would probably, I don't know, say, so what do you think he can do?
What, are you coming to me?
Yeah, probably coming back there.
Oh, Shadowhound himself doesn't know. All he was able to pick up on was that Rob has the ability of transformation. I think is what.
She would probably explain the dream she saw.
Oh, poor sweet child. Uh,
uh,
sounds like he
No,
just
no.
transforms
That's how
stuff.
Hench want to kill people.
He's like, he just transforms stuff. I really don't.
well, he tells stories,
Which then transform the air around him.
which then come true. Kind of looks at him.
Still
Should
sleeping.
what's that?
Who's still sleeping?
Should we be letting him sleep?
Probably not.
I'm going to go ask. Yeah, I'm going to go ask his sister. And
Is
yeah,
she with us?
no, but I have a direct
Oh,
line.
right.
Yeah, go
I
back to
forgot.
the cockpit, and try and raise Babsy, Lexica.
Okay, so after a few minutes of the number station on that,
416.
yep. Okay, who do you want to get in contact with? It sounds like Eugene on the other end of the lines this time.
I need to speak to Lexica. It's important.
Hold. It goes back to numbers station for a bit.
B84.
It's not a bingo.
N.
Is there a
7.
problem?
Yes, I need you to explain to me what your brother does. Because I managed to pick up on his dreaming as he was dreaming.
Well, as far as I know, nothing ever happened when he's dreaming. Just when he told stories. Um, who else is listening?
Uh, right now it's on speaker and it's a Well, who else is listening?
Well, there's only one other person in the cockpit with you.
I'm just making sure there's nobody else peeking in the doorway.
Yeah, there's not.
Okay. Just Julia and I. I can put you on a headset if you need me to.
Yes.
All right. Probably
Okay.
grabs the headset off the console that was knocked off the now dead co-pilot's head. Puts it on. Switches it over. All right. I'm listening.
I trust you. It's no slight to Julia, but I know you.
You can also destroy me, but that's besides the point. You trust me.
Only way I can think of to destroy you would be financially, or I don't know if I got you to try and read my mind when I was in the Library of Congress.
If I ever want to, never mind. Anyways,
Anyway, uh, when I was very young, there was some sort of fight between supers and destroyed our house.
and your
Uh,
parents were murdered, but you and your
well,
brother survived.
yeah, he was telling me a story about dragons and castles, and all of a sudden the walls were stone, and there was a dragon burning a couple of people who were fighting themselves and it. Dragon won,
Well, so
and
it's better to
everything
keep
came
him
back to
asleep
normal.
than awake, correct?
Say that again.
It's better to keep him asleep than awake.
Well, only if you're going to attack him. He can
You know what I
wake up.
mean. He has control, yes?
Yes,
That's a relief.
he has control.
Great.
Before he left, he told me a little story about a girl whose brother told her stories, and that when he left, she became able to know stories that were in the books that she came in contact with.
He's this powerful?
Omega level.
Um, well, and that's where actually if yeah, Julie is in the room, that's where Acer goes white. And um what if I told you that this complicates things?
How much?
We
You're
have,
still bringing me home, right?
yes, along with extras.
Well, they're inconsequential.
You might want to rethink that. Probably just kind of shoots a side eye to Julia and then very, very, very quietly into the microphone, turned away from Julia, goes, One of them. One of them replicates powers.
Oh,
He collects
um,
them. He's so far collected everyone on the ship.
so it's kind of too late, huh?
I don't know.
Well, if you want to defend against him, you might want my brother awake and on your side.
Yes. There's just one problem. He's got some residual powers left over from some previous encounters.
So he's dangerous.
I think that's selling it short.
And if he's got the powers of everyone on the ship, he has yours, right?
Yes.
And you definitely want to not think about doing anything to him.
I don't
Maybe,
plan on it. I made a deal. We all get home.
no. And we'll see what we can do once you get him to the volcano.
All
Drop him
right.
in a volcano could work.
Not if he's got the power of the bro.
Uh,
Um, apparently his last fight was with the bro and what is it, Hera?
he didn't see Hera, and he mentioned that. So he had no idea.
But he did get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. We know it's Hera. I just meant, like, he might not have her power.
Yep. My God. All right. Let's go ahead and drop some of this. Sorry, I'm just suffering some packet loss and some dropped frames. So, oh, computer, now we can't hear you.
He
Can
just
you hear me
reconnected.
now?
There we go.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just going to be a very long and uncomfortable ride home, is what I'm getting.
Yes.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess I'll sign off.
No information on Asa yet.
All right. Going dark.
And the number station starts up again.
G8. Bingo! God. Okay, anyways, yeah, probably take the headset off, lean back and sigh and go out of the frying pan.
You got problems, boss?
I've got a million problems, Julia.
I hope a bitch ain't one.
There we go, Julia! Yeah!
And actually, at that, Acer probably turns and looks at Julia and goes, "No, actually, I don't think so."
You took that far too seriously.
She kind of shrugs and leans back. If I did,
I'll just go back to driving.
uh-oh, what's the look on her face?
Oh, no, it's not angry or worried or anything. Just, I mean, she saw you turn white, basically. So she was
Yeah,
looking to see if you were going to open up to her at all. When you didn't, she went back to driving.
she she made a promise to keep things quiet. Um, but damn, that power is
Oh, yeah.
rewriting reality as we speak.
Told you.
Uh,
Why I was laughing and worried and nervous. The instant he
can we
said he told a story and things happened, I was like, oh fuck no. This ain't just transformation, this is reality warping.
Yep. Well, yeah. She did try and crack a joke there. Too bad Julia didn't get it, but that's
Julia
okay.
tried to crack a joke, and she didn't get your joke in return.
No, she didn't. But yeah, all right. I think I'm good. I think I am just ready to be off this ship. With this guy.
This is dangerous, dangerous ship.
Yes.
Let's see. What else can I do to you people before landing? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The rocket shakes violently. Captain, one of the engines has blown.
Oh God.
Oh, group of ninjas appear.
On the
Ninjas
wings.
appear. Oh God.
The secret to the national novel writing contest that happens every year. Whenever you can't figure out what to do in the scene, ninjas attack.
It's better than Nazis appearing again.
Yeah.
Uberfrau is hanging off the wing of the space shuttle as we re-enter. What?
Oh God. Or you hear the words, "So."
Oh no, it's Bob.
This doesn't look like the place I was going to. That being the case.
Have you people ever heard of Deidre? Okay,
Yep.
so
Go.
the next few hours goes by relatively smoothly. No arguments, no fights. People keeping to themselves. No more hearing somebody else read somebody else's thoughts.
Yeah.
So you finally get Julia going over the speakers. All right, folks, time to strap in. If you want to put on a spacesuit, you might want to look in the closets. If you don't, that's fine. It's not like we're going to be exploding in space or something. We're just coming on a final approach. We're going to hit atmosphere. It's going to get really shaky.
Yay. Acer's, strapped up in the co-pilot seat.
I probably strapped up next to Knight.
Is someone going to strap in Rob?
I assume yeah. I'll strap in Rob, and then I'll go strap in next to Knight.
What is it with all the dropped frames tonight? It's ridiculous.
And the others strap themselves in. Looks like Ultimate has a bunch of paperwork from somewhere that he reads while he's waiting and sitting.
Of fucking course he does. I guess.
Ride it like a roller coaster. We're bouncing through the atmosphere. Yeah!
This is not Armageddon, and you are not Steve Buscemi.
Oh no, actually, he might.
So you get the very shaky reentry, which is probably shaky enough to just annoy the hell out of you. It's like you're slowly getting shaken baby syndrome.
God.
And over the speakers, sorry folks, this is my first re-entry, so it's a little bumpier than expected. I think I got the angle wrong, but it's not like we're going in flat or something.
Oh god, I think maybe at that point, let's say Acer's seen Apollo 13, the film, and she goes over that, the radio announcement in head. When they come in, they need to be very specific about their re-entry point. Too steep and they burn up in the atmosphere, but too shallow and they skip off the surface of the atmosphere like a stone.
Yep.
Thinking, oh fuck, yeah, I'm gonna die. Gonna die, gonna die, gonna die, god damn it, I'm gonna die.
There's a little bit of wiggle room around the angle, though.
There is, but
That's why I'm sitting next to Knight. Worst case scenario, I just grab his shoulder and teleport somewhere down below. Better chance of survival.
Yep. And then we figure out whether you keep your speed, your inertia when you
Yeah.
teleport. Because
Is this Portal?
nobody wants to teleport while they were in a ship going who knows how many 100 miles per hour. At least 7. Because I think that's speed of sound. Imagine hitting the ground at that speed.
I'm good.
And hitting water like that speed is exactly like hitting the ground at that speed.
Swan dive it.
Oh no. You will splat against water. It's the tensile strength of the thing compared to. No, I'm going nerdy. Never mind.
Well, I'm sure you and I both seen the video. What to do if if your parachute doesn't open? Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. You have the rest of your life to figure this out.
Yep.
Aim for shit that isn't water or hard land.
The trees!
I mean, if you have nothing else, I guess.
Tree
just-
branches. Break
You're
a couple
just
arms.
as
you're
likely
good.
to get skewered. They suggest snow or something soft like hay. But okay, sorry.
So-
Yeah, re-entry.
Oh, soon enough, or at least took a longer time than you'd wish it did. The shaking stops, and you level off a bit. All right, I can see our destination. She says to you, since you're in the co-pilot's chair, and you can see the little speck in the distance that is supposed to be the volcano. It's
Great.
going to get very bad if I miss this angle, but it won't get dangerously bad unless I miss it enough to hit the mountain.
Lovely.
She's not saying that over the speakers, just to Acer.
Acer
fine.
kind of looks and goes, well, if it's any consolation, I have confidence in you. I don't
And
really
that's
have
all
a
I'm
choice.
gonna need. That's all I'm gonna need. Let's go.
If that's all she needs, we're going to leave off the not like I have a choice.
Yeah, you probably should. And she manages this thing to not skip off the water and spin away like a very badly thrown rock. More like it hits just at that spot. I've seen people skip rocks where at the end of it, the damn thing is going so far and skipping so quickly, it's like it's sliding across the top.
Mm-hmm.
She manages to do that.
Ching, ching, ching.
Until the point where it's skidding and on something that, well, it doesn't look like it's anything other than water, but apparently it is solid.
Well,
I think they have a very wet landing strip here. That's great. Then she drops the landing gear.
sorry.
I couldn't leave when the water was coming because that would have slowed us down too much and broken the wheels off.
God damn it. I want to say something so fucking bad, but I can't. Okay, let's continue. Probably, Acer's going to probably unbuckle. All right. Let's
You
get
can
the
see the
hell off the
mountain
ship.
as you're rolling up on momentum alone.
Yep. Probably flick on the radio and the shortwave radio and go, well, Island, do you read?
There's no response on the shortwave, but the side of the mountain opens up in front of you.
I'll take that as a yes.
It's the hangar you guys landed on way back when you went to that party.
Kind of look at you know, uh,
This is fucking cool.
look at Julie and
Language.
go, well, take us in, Captain.
Well, you guys are still rolling towards it, so all she has to do is not step on the brake
Works for me.
and figure out how long before she needs to step on the brake, and she manages to get that. Hooray for physics!
But
We
yeah,
made it, and the
we
mountains closing behind. We got here. We did it. We've been to space and back.
next time let's not do it for a job. Space is pretty, but not for things like that.
Space is very dangerous. I'd like to not do it again.
Oh come on, even for a vacation.
Well, last vacation spot we went to blew up, so
Sorry, it took me a second to get that. I must be tired tonight.
quote unquote vacation.
And that's where she's. You call that a vacation? Well, shit. Okay.
Jesus.
What?
Cosmos, we burn everything we go down, and
We
Mensch, we
destroy
burn everything we go
everything.
up.
We destroy everything
Blew
here.
blew up a building, blew up a space station.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, Acer's probably gonna head to the exit hatch. I imagine everybody else is doing the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably be there.
All right,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen. Last stop.
Was was that were we did that close like a hangar door but look like a volcano wall? Says one of the scientists.
You know, what did I say earlier about what you two would do when you got here?
Yeah, we know the story. We'll
Good.
just have to make sure we get it right between us. You know.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
I'm actually Acer's of the opinion like I'm still not sure if I'm going to kill these people or not.
Yeah, so I was like, bang, bang. They're astrophysicists. I changed my mind. We don't need them.
Not in front of everybody, but basically let, Lexica know these two people are disposable.
When you get to her, right now you're actually open the airlock and you're greeted by a bunch of people in random clothes, and they're all wearing white masks. Some of them are what looks like a sort of anthropomorphic book, and the rest are that circuitry face symbol from Eugene and the box that you got.
Oh.
Oh, lovely.
And they start handing out white masks of the same kind, and they say, "Okay, you need to put these on. Everybody, cover your face. That way, we won't have any problems with." They look around, other groups, people seeing you and maybe identifying or trying to identify or even reporting. It's bad enough you've got a space shuttle here. You don't need them to know anything else.
I didn't realize we went to the society. Oof.
She would actually Acer would probably turn to everybody. Go ahead, I need to talk to our two guests here about proper etiquette on this island.
So,
I mean, wouldn't that be everyone except Knight?
Oh, no. Everyone except the two astrophysicists, they're not
Oh,
leaving this ship.
ah,
They can't know about this place. This is not something that should even be inside their minds. Because
yeah.
all it takes is someone like me to come along and probe, and
I mean,
we
you
just
could leave him.
exposed an entire secret base.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to kill him,
It
Shadowhound
sounds
will.
well, no. She was going to. She just didn't want to do it in front of everybody else.
Okay.
So she would say, "I just need to talk to our two guests here."
Well, they hand you 3 masks at random.
Now, whose symbols do they have on them?
One you haven't seen before, but you're pretty sure it's Lexica's because it's an anthropomorphic book face.
Mm-hmm.
One is crit
Circuit
fails,
dude.
the circuit face.
Okay. Sweet. But yeah,
So, if I go full invisibility, do I even need a face mask?
Probably not, unless someone can
But
see through it. You don't
yeah,
know.
I was gonna say you're going into a place where a lot of people have powers, and the top of this villain society is there too. Guys, I get to know what all their powers are.
perfect.
Yeah, but I don't think Knight's ever cared about secret identity thing. He just goes invisible.
Well, here's the thing:
That
you
works.
belong to someone. Not belong in the sense of being owned, but like you work for, Phoenix Logistics, and if they trace your face back to Phoenix Logistics on a whim somehow, it could be bad.
So covering your face makes it look like you work for either crit fail or lexicon.
Grab Crit Fail's mask and then go invisible. That way,
I
if you
was
get caught, it's all him.
plus I was
All right,
gonna say
we'll
it
go
would
with
make
that.
it more convincing that it would be one of Crit Fail's people. Yeah, he's wearing the mask for formality, but he's really trying to stay secret and make it look genuine that way. But yeah, Acer would, once everybody is off the ship, turn to our two guests and go, "Well, thank you for the ride." And yeah, they both die. I'm not sure, but yeah, uh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, these guys are not going to be able to dodge any bullets anytime ever.
No,
Much less fired by someone like Acer.
Acer's Acer can do those things for a reason. She's good at them. But yeah, they both probably, yeah. If it makes it any better, it wasn't pain. Well, I mean, it was painful, but it wasn't drawn out. You were there,
Are
and
you
then you
sure?
died.
Do you actually register pain if you're shot in the head?
Oh well, this is kind of like at like 3 foot range or whatever, social
Ah,
distance, so it'd actually be easier to go for the heart.
oh, you're going for the heart. You're not John Wicking it. Gotcha.
No,
Straight for the heart.
as accurate as they try to make those John Wick films, like that's not what people are trained to shoot at.
No, there are some people that are trained to shoot that way. I saw a video by, I can't remember what his thing was, but the close up shooting is what you do to make sure nobody does something stupid like slap the gun out of your hand.
Yeah,
So it was kind of one of very many realistic ways of fighting and shooting.
it was a philosophy of shooting, just not one that Acer subscribes to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's so quiet. Got no noise.
She kind of likes this thing now. But yeah,
Yeah.
probably exits with the new mask on. Um, and kind of if there are guards left waiting, probably just, well, you're gonna have somebody clean that up, I'm sure.
And they nod and need you to catch up with the rest of the group,
Yep.
walking through this.
Well, hold on. Make those athletic rolls again.
Oh no, no, God, no.
Hey, you can't see it, but I'm flipping you off.
Uh,
I got it. Never realized Acer had the low athletics until she had to try and run.
That's not what she does, though.
True, true. So you get to walk through the complex. It seems like forever ago you were here with
With some
eye
very different
candy.
people, yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
but it was only how long? 10 months? 11? 11 months tops.
Yeah, if that.
And that's still a pretty long time ago. The add-ons are looking around. Who's dealing with Robert?
I guess
Uh,
I would have him.
oh, okay.
If he's
Well,
unconscious, then
He,
yeah, I'm probably
he is
carrying.
he is groggy, but not fully awake yet.
Because at least this way, hopefully, I can suppress his powers. Even I don't know, and that's actually kind of frightening.
yeah.
So they take you to Lexica's office, which is a very quiet area. Library, books, quiet, but also not very used.
Well, I wonder why.
So she's got her gold mask on when you guys get in.
Lexica, have I never mentioned how sad it is to see an unopened book on a shelf?
It doesn't hurt that I can read them without opening them up. Keeps the spine fresh.
It's this. I know, it's just the spirit of the thing. Think about it. For most people, poor little encyclopedia didn't want to grow up and be an encyclopedia, but someone turned it into it, and now it's going to sit on the shelf never opened by a soul.
Well, you could think it's pretending to be the tree that it was.
Hmm.
Oh, she got jokes.
People say you shouldn't print that, it's killing trees. I would like to point out that the paper is, as you point out, already dead. Anyways, I believe, kind of motioning towards Robert, it's my turn to
The
step back.
the extras leave. I mean the people who led you in.
That's fine.
She goes over to him. It's you. You're back. He manages to stay standing and blink at her. She takes off her mask. He looks at her and he asks, "Is B?" And she wraps her arms around him. "Yeah, I got you out, Capital B."
Oh,
Hmm.
He hugs back weakly. She says, "You're skin and bones." She yells out, "Bring in a bunch of food." Not a bunch. It's been a long time. Yeah. Where have you? Where did they take you? I I don't know. She gets to a seat. Looks at the rest of you. You can take your masks off for now. You're safe in here. And
Acer
people who
takes
weren't.
off one mask, puts on another.
All right. This is a pretty nice place. What the hell is it? And why did somebody say we were in a volcano? Are you familiar with the society? Only by rumors. Scuttlebutt in Interpol. Interpol? Yeah, she used to work for them, but she was using her powers kind of naughty.
All
He
right, you.
shake paperwork
How
he's
about
got.
we just start with some introductions? Lexica. This is the Crooked Man. Inspector Asta. Let's see. I forget Davion's last name.
Wilkins.
Davion Wilkins. I believe he prefers to be known as Amp. Let's see. And Ultimate.
Ultimate, really? Okay. You're Davion Wilkins. I remember reading something about you blowing up something. Was sounded like it was in protest because no one got hurt, but nobody ever
Oh,
heard from you again.
that's a story for a time when you're ready to talk about things like Jacob's Corp.
Oh, okay. This is a you thing. She looks at you, Acer.
Not
Yeah.
particularly. At least not at this point. I think it's a little bit more far reaching than that. Inspector, would you care to share what you have uncovered during your time up there?
The Jacobs Corp machines that suppress powers. They well, I guess over the course of time they cause cancer, or at least it seems that they do. We have one, we have at least three of us who are suffering from seems like bone cancer. That's that's horrible.
And it's
I don't know
probably
if the,
farther reaching than we know. How many other places have installed this kind of power dampening equipment? How much of it does the society use?
also what does the gas version do other besides give you radiation poisoning?
Hmm.
There's a gas version? Well, not officially, but yes. That's it can't be good for anyone.
My
No, it
guess.
was not particularly good in large doses either.
So, at that, is there anything else you need from us, Lexica?
Uh, she looks at her brother. I've got what I wanted. I'll send the payment to your Cayman Islands account.
She kind of nods. Yeah. All right. Now, I guess this brings us to our little group here, turning towards our new people. I guess, well, I promised we'd all get here safely, and we have. No one's killed each other. And I guess at this point, you're all home free. What you choose to do from here on out is entirely of your own volition.
But we've only got one jet that's going to take you to wherever you guys decide would be a nice central area to split up from. I mean, I'm not the highest of the high here. The two most powerful, they're always sneaking around behind each other's backs and ruining things, but they have the bulk of the information, the bulk of the money, the bulk of the resources. We've got one jet. So we've
Huh.
got to ride around together just one more trip. Yes.
How does the continental United States sound for people?
Good for me, says Davion. Also, says Lexica, aren't you supposed to be in your 30s? Looking at Davion.
He's any age between 10 and 70. Well, that's another long story, I'm sure.
Wait. She stops for a second. Oh, I got it. She looks at Ultimate. Are you done with those? If you don't mind. He points to the paperwork in his hand. Well, I think I skimmed enough to know a good amount about them, or at least a little bit. I just wanted to find out who my shipmates were on my way back. Okay. She holds out a hand. He gives it to her.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, I think Central United States might be good for. She looks at all of them. One of you. Oh, well, actually, let's see. She goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and points out the prisoners. Would be better going in other countries. And 1, 2, 3, 4. She points out you guys, including Julia, would be best in the United States. So, as a tiebreaker, I decide. Where do you want to go, Acer?
I decide.
Well, okay, so 4 of us are going to do fine in the United States. 4 of us would do better elsewhere, as in Europe.
Oh, three in Europe. Wait,
Well,
am I wrong?
it all depends. Are
Oh, I
Dave
forgot about Davion. So
yeah, are
Davion is America. So it's 5-3. So it's definitely America.
okay? I was gonna say Acer's not necessarily opposed to taking a trip to somewhere else, because at the end of the day, it's just going to postpone, them getting somewhere else. But yeah, so that being the case, Acer looks and, well, we all ready for one last plane ride?
Oh joy. He wants to be away from Ultimate as soon as possible.
Oh yes.
As long as I don't have to fly, boss.
No flying unless you want to.
I think I stay in the United States, says Francesca. It's the best place to start to launch a suit against Jacobs.
Yeah, she kind of nods and just gives her that look of, the offer still stands, without saying it in front of everybody else. Yeah. I think we extended the same offer to Davion and Asta. We didn't say anything to Steven because,
Yeah, Steve. Wait, Steven?
Iverson.
Robert?
I have Steven Iverson because Robert is.
Oh, Crooked Man.
Yeah. I don't think we extended that invitation to Crooked Man because him and Asta don't get along.
Yeah. Besides, he'd be running around bending people, and she'd have to run after him, bending them back.
Yeah. So he can go. He can go bend. Never mind.
He can go get bent.
That's what I was about to say.
He can go bend. Because I'm not sure he'd get bent, but he would bend. Anyways, yeah. So, how does that what is that plane ride like?
Uncomfortably quiet.
Hmm.
All right. I'm starting to forget a couple things. I wanted to bring something up. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I gotta get it before it goes. Ah, shit.
Is this ultimate?
Ultimate seems annoyed at the fact that he seems to be forgetting something.
Something important, ultimate?
Um, I don't know. You said your name. Did you ever give us a name? Or
Oh, I
you
suppose I
said
did
you were
once.
Asa, right? Is that spelled ASA?
No, that is Asa. Do you know something about someone named Asa?
Uh, disappeared, hasn't been seen. Um,
What did he disappeared? Hasn't been seen. Really?
also same with sister and niece. That's all. Shit, it's almost gone. I'm glad I said it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't remember it now. I don't know what the fuck
How?
that was, but somebody knew something. It's like words on the inside of my eyelids, but in my brain.
I know exactly where he got that information. You know, Acer didn't really want to bug her right then and there, but the fact that all three of them have disappeared. Hmm. Hmm. Well, she's just gonna kind of look at him and. Did you happen to borrow that bit of information from somewhere?
It's not like I borrowed it. Sort of forced itself on me along with a bunch of other stuff. Uh, remember when I said I would only use that paperwork? It's true. But really, I know shit about you folks. He looks at the other inmates that I really didn't read, but I sort of remember it.
Wait.
Lexica.
As in, like, he did that on the ship while we were headed back?
No, he said he only skimmed them on the ship, but he
Right.
had them in his hands when you were in Lexica's office.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm like, did he. Okay. Because then that means he's met Lexica sometime in the past, which means that Lexica lied. Um, okay, but.
And that's extra stuff's fading too. I mean, like he points to the crooked man. I know you've killed 17 people. That's pretty good. But there was
Ultimate.
something about people who claimed that I can't remember now.
Ultimate, do you fully understand the extent of your abilities?
It's tough. Some of it I know pretty good, but when I find out I can do something somebody else can do, sometimes it takes me a little bit to figure out that I can do it and what it does and what I can do with it. Sometimes I can even figure out ways of doing it better than the folks themselves.
There is silence for a long moment. I'm not sure what Acer is going to say to that. I'm not sure there's anything she should say to that. Well, whether your powers are a blessing or a curse, more power to you.
Definitely a blessing. And more power to me is exactly what I like to think of my power as, you know? More
Well,
power to me.
Eesh.
well, I'm glad you see it that way. And she's probably going to turn and sit back in her seat because she does not want to talk about this anymore with him.
You're being thought at, Acer, by Julia. She thinks, wait, can we have a little chip in to send that guy as far away from the United States as possible? Maybe back all the way to Australia.
Oh shit, is he from Australia?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah, she goes, I will see what we can do. Unless you've got any bright ideas.
Nope. Getting rid of him is best. Don't trust him at all. He scares me. And I'd like to stay away from his power.
This is like one of those RPG moments where you got to pick between which NPC to keep and which one will have to go.
God damn it. Sorry, my internet just flips the hell out right now. We've dropped like 6% of all of our frames right now.
Jesus.
Yikes.
I mean, luckily frames won't matter too much.
Until they start affecting the audio.
Yeah, that's the main concern.
But that being the case, continue. Yeah, it's probably a case of we'll do what we can. I'm not sure. I'll try and point him in a different direction.
That's great, boss.
So, yeah.
Hey, Francesca, you gonna follow me to Europe, huh? I'm not going to follow you. I'd love to pretend you never existed. But it's not my job to chase you anymore. Yeah, but wouldn't you like to undo some of the people I'm gonna twist?
Fucking knew it.
You're going to want to shut up before I give you something to unbend.
Oh. Take it. Actually, take it to another
Are
room.
you flirting with me? Oh God, no, I am not. She's now crossed her arms and looks upset.
Take it to another room.
I am going to be quite happy off this ship.
Oh, by the way, where are you having the jet drop everybody off at, Acer? I forgot.
Probably a private airfield somewhere near Phoenix.
Okay.
I know it's kind of a bad idea, but we can always give instructions to the jet pilot to, all right, we stopped here. Everybody else can, you can take everybody else somewhere else.
You could implant a thing in his brain, drive the plane into a mountain with them in it.
You really think that would stop Ultimate?
No, but it'd be fun.
And then he comes after us.
Semantics.
That's season 3. We'll be all right.
So you guys get to the private airfield and probably have to call an Uber or something. And you have all these extra people because, well, unless Acer does tell the guy to take them somewhere else, take Ultimate somewhere else. Well, actually, Ultimate and Crooked Man, they're the two that aren't don't want to stay in America.
Well, that's
If
fine
they
by me.
don't want to stay, we could totally send them somewhere else, like Australia, like we did before with prisoners. You know.
Well, that being the case, I think, yeah, no, I'm just ready to be off this plane with these creeps.
Ultimate says, "Well, I'm going to be getting out of here. I don't care where I go. I'll make my way."
Oh, actually, hold on. Who are the people that we terrorized in the? No, who is it? The people that eye candy was terrorizing? Was that South America or was that Middle East?
That was Middle East.
I would probably let him know. There's quite the power vacuum in the Middle East right now. I heard a big time supervillain dropped off the face of the earth.
That sounds like fun. I'll see what I can do here first and maybe hop a trip over there. He starts
Ace.
walking. He starts walking away in a random direction. It looks like.
Okay. That's not okay, but I can't stop him. The second I start using powers on him is the moment that he's allowed to use powers on us.
Ding ding.
So, who we got left here at the airport?
Um, everyone else except for they left Robert with Lexica, and Ultimate's wandering off.
Okay.
I mean, wiring a trip to Britain. Crooked Man is hanging out with you guys.
Well, I was gonna say, Crooked Man, can I get you a flight somewhere?
Or he could join us.
I don't want him anywhere near Francesca, honestly.
Going back to London would be nice. I'd like that. Yeah. Start off. Continue where I left off. But I
Well,
need at least, I've got myself, I've got Robert, and I've got Davion. I guess I don't need you for proof of the cancer. I'm
and
not going to let you bring us in as proof or even bring proof yourself. Aren't you stupid to think that they would? They're going to say, but these are criminals. How did they get onto Earth? They're
very
just
convincing.
escapees trying to make a buck.
We will do it very convincingly. You can't be the only victims of this, and we'll make sure of that. That's not the right way to put that. We'll make sure
I
that
was
we
like, hold
find
on.
proof of that.
Rob, we need you to tell a story about lots of people getting cancer.
Francesco, we need you. We've kidnapped this person for you. Stick them under the Jacob's ray. We'll check back on them in a couple of months to see if they're done baking. But Acer would probably take the time to set up a flight for him. Something he can get out of.
Yep. So you send him out of the country too, and
Yes.
yet Ultimate wandering around,
There's nothing
and
I can do about Ultimate.
everybody else seems to be staying near you for now.
Well, and probably let them know. Well, I've got somewhat of a place to stay for the moment.
Can you get me a ride to Chicago? Asks Avion.
I can probably do that. It's going to take maybe a little while. I got him out of the way first because honestly, he's going to cause problems wherever he goes.
But he'll be a superhero's problem, not ours.
That's right. Yeah, we're headed down to Ashes. If you want to come along, we can do that, or I can get you a flight to Chicago straight from here.
I think my family probably misses me and wonders what black site they dropped me into, and I can tell them all a lovely story.
Just don't get
But
yourself recaptured.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
find somebody nice and friendly to that I can power up and they can keep me safe.
and if you need help, probably give him one of Acer's numbers.
And if he needs someone taken out, I also hand him a number. I don't
He
get
puts
enough
them,
targets.
he puts them in the pockets of the outfit he's wearing, where all the sleeves and the legs are rolled up because he's 10.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any clothing for 10-year-olds in the space shuttle.
Inconsiderate.
Mm,
I shall speak to the manager at once.
Let's see here. Oh, okay. That actually. All right. So that being the case, yeah, I guess Francesca's with us, huh?
How to the yeah to the yay.
But yeah, uh, yeah, I guess it's back to Ashes to figure out what the hell is going on.
All right. So you get Davion on a plane to Chicago, and everybody
Chicago.
else heads back to Ashes.
Yeah, back to Chicago.
Bears.
Da Bears. 44-2. Da Bears. Sorry. Okay. Oh gosh. But yeah, back to Ashes. Things are probably pretty quiet. Acer's probably a little stressed because, well, now that the people we want are here, we just tell everybody, hey, something's happened, and we don't know what.
Something's happened, we don't know what.
Welcome to the crew.
I mean, I mean, in more specific terms than that, something happened while we were in space, and now Julia, Asa, Allison, and Celia are missing.
Okay, who are you telling?
Everyone in the car on our way back. So Francesca's there.
And who are these people?
They're people that we used to work with for a time, and, well, we thought we had patched things up, and now something's gone and happened.
So they've disappeared. That's what the big dangerous one said.
Ultimate, yes. If I never see him again, it'll be too soon. But, that being the case, looking at Shadowhound and Knight, once we get back, we should probably hit the ground running, looking for any clues. Hopefully, we can start getting base of operations set up. With the necessary modifications for Francesca to start doing her work.
Okay.
Alright.
So do we
Well,
have any plans as to like when we're gonna get the space of operations?
supposedly it was being worked on before we left, the paperwork in the physical site, correct?
Right.
What else
Yeah.
needed to be done with that?
Let's see.
Were they building it or were they just purchasing it? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure we had decided to purchase it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you decided to purchase it because building it would take so long.
Yeah, it'd take months, if not years.
Basically, you've got to either make sure you have enough money for a bribe, or make sure everything in there is up to code.
Okay. Well, nothing money can't fix.
We just got some more.
In either direction.
Yeah. And it'd probably be putting things up to code. Acer's many things, but you know, I would rather pay more money and something bad happen and us be alive than, all right, guys, because you didn't, make sure that all of your, your cables were compliant. I'm gonna roll a d10. Ooh, that's a 1. Guess what? The warehouse is on fire. Crossed cables.
Let's not.
Yeah. So, yeah. And now that we're back on the ground, Acer will do some work to try and get everything back together.
So, do you take Francesca?
Oh yeah, Francesca's coming to the penthouse.
There's a new addition to the penthouse.
Oh, okay.
It looks like what looks like a big bird bath is in the middle of the first room.
What?
I forget what his name is.
Martyr? Who said you could change your apartment?
No, it's Ravenkind. Whatever.
Well, Ravenant. You might think it's
Yes.
him till you get close to it and you see that it's full of what looks like mercury.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Martyr.
Uh-oh. Alma?
Martyr.
Tap, tap.
Not Alma.
Martyr. Get your ass out here. What the fuck is this?
Asa brought that like a night and a half ago.
Is that what the fuck that was? Okay, so where is everybody?
It was just him and this and the liquid, something solid in there too. I think I heard it clunk when he poured it in. He said not to touch it. He said he'd be back, but you know, you guys are unreliable.
Ha! Got us.
That is Allison.
Where the fuck is Celia?
Yes, where
Oh,
the
even
fuck
your-
is Celia?
I have no idea. Which one with him? That's Allison.
Isn't that what Acer saw?
Uh-huh.
Allison being liquefied into Quicksilver?
Uh-huh. Quicksilver
an
and a
upgrade.
skull.
Quicksilver in a
Quicksilver
what?
and a skull.
She was just getting an upgrade, guys.
Please tell me Crash is back.
He was kind of quiet and colder than usual. I don't know.
Please tell me Crash is back.
He's inside the liquid. He pops out. Surprise! It's burning.
Acer has got some. She looks about 2 seconds away from throwing Martyr out this penthouse window. If she doesn't get some satisfactory answers.
No satisfactory answers.
Don't look at me. I don't know much more than you do. I was here for the drop-off.
God damn it. I can't leave for 2 fucking days without shit like this happening.
Yeah, where the hell did you go?
I thought you wanted out of this business.
Oh,
We're putting in his house.
Business stuff. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not even... Is that business stuff? He points to...
Francesca, Martyr, both of you love pain. I'm sure you'll get along very nicely.
Oh my
Alright.
god, she could slowly bend his bones and he would enjoy it. We found the perfect pair.
Stop. Acer,
I wish you
actually,
wouldn't talk about... I wish you
Go-
wouldn't talk about it like that. She sort of blushing. Um,
I'm
that's a weird introduction.
Martyr, frankly, I don't give a flying fuck at this moment. A friend of ours is sitting in a liquid state. Um, Celia's gone, and I'm about to flip my shit.
But if you were gone, how'd you know that's
I felt it, okay?
okay? I'm not gonna go any further than that.
Alright. She probably is going to head to her room, say, you guys do whatever, Francesca, Martyr, you guys work something out, please. And she's going to go get changed, and she's going to leave.
I want to go check out my cave, see if anything's
If
there. I cleared out everything out of there, but hey, let's see if anybody showed up over there.
if I look at the pool, do I feel powers? Like someone with powers?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just like, I shrug.
She's going
They
to go
said
find Asa.
they said it was someone I hardly know, so I just like leaned in, like, no. Is it okay? So it's Quicksilver. Is that stuff?
Mercury.
Does it or mercury? Does it burn on contact, or is it just cancerous?
Mercury is cancerous when when it comes through
Ingested.
when it's
And,
ingested or put into the bloodstream. So if you wanted to, even though he said not to fucking touch it, you could reach in there, pull out the skull, confirm it's a skull, put it back, and then just wash your hands.
Yeah, Nighthound doesn't know all that. Nighthound. Yeah, Shadowhound. Wow. Shadowhound doesn't know all that about mercury. He just thinks it's dangerous, so he's just gonna leave it alone. He was just like, huh.
Yeah,
has a cool metallic smell though.
Right. He's like, that was interesting.
but yeah, god damn it. Yeah, no, that's what Acer's gonna do.
Oh,
Shadowhound left in the room, just, huh. Slowly turns and walks out the door. Guess he's gonna go to his motel.
remember last time you went to your
Yeah,
motel?
exactly. I miss all the fun. She's gonna rise up right as I close that door.
Okay, where are you looking for Asa? Acer?
Well, first we're gonna go to the club, and we're gonna see what news they have there.
Yeah, the club's being run by one of the backup people.
I
Who
demand.
says that
Go ahead.
if you ask, he says that Asa just seemed to flip out one day. One night, a couple nights ago, he got up, walked out. Oh, he had some sort of visitor first. I don't remember much about him. It was just some dude. They left, and then a few minutes later, he got up and left. Oh, almost ran out.
What dude?
He gives you a general description. It's not very distinct, probably because he wasn't paying attention.
Can I reach into his mind and see anything
Yeah.
more?
Yes, you can.
This fucker. Going to give me fits. God damn it. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight for shoot. And then because we're using the mental powers, it's a +2. In addition to the +4 for shoot.
Wow.
Yep, a -1 on a +6.
Okay. Still a good roll. Still a superb mind reading attempt.
Yeah.
So you get a better picture of the guy. You don't recognize him, but you know how you see things, and sometimes you'll when you read someone's mind, they'll have seen something and totally forgotten about it.
Right.
Yeah, that guy had a pin that was definitely Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's sigil.
God damn it. Would Acer know anywhere about where to? Well, God damn it. Character Gunner, the player, is drawing some blanks. Would Acer know where to look or who to
No.
ask?
Nope. Unless you want to go. Unless you want to go. Wait. Unless you want to go see what's her face, Alexica, and see if she knows anyone.
Look at the manager. Where's Allison?
I don't know, man. She was. Oh, she wasn't working today. Something about homeschooling.
Did
The
she
niece.
tell you that?
Asa did when he came in because he was taking her shift.
All right, I know where they used to live. I'm headed there next.
Okay. You take your motorcycle, or do you have a car now? I can't remember.
Motorcycle.
Okay. So, and the apartment seems locked, closed.
What kind of neighborhood is this again? I forget.
It's like a middle class neighborhood. It's not bad.
Mm.
Not better than Cracktown. It's further uptown.
We're probably gonna put the motorcycle somewhere for a quick getaway, and we're going to try and break in.
Ooh, yay! What's the burglary roll?
She doesn't have burglary.
Yay! Even better.
Oh, I'm sure you're enjoying this.
You can spend 8 points and give yourself pluses if you have a.
I still have the other one. Yeah, I'll do that. When you're in the family, there's no getting out.
That's what I figured you'd use.
Wow. That's impressive for Acer.
That's impressive, yeah. So you get in.
I'm looking for any clues as to where they may have gone. Or, better yet, somebody that's actually fucking here so I can wring their necks, unless it's Celia.
Nobody there. Everything seems normal, in place. No signs of a struggle.
Calling Asa.
Well, as you're waiting for it to ring, there's a odd feeling, almost like someone grabs you around the throat, and a voice in your head. Who are you and what are you doing in my? Oh, it's you. And that's when Ace's phone rings behind you.
Whirl around.
Well, it's Asa. He doesn't look happy. And new addition, you can tell because you're a mentalist that it isn't actually physically visible, but there's a purple glow around his head that ends in tentacles, one of which is leaving your throat right now.
You want to explain to me what the fuck is going on?
I got a visit from one of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's lackeys, or a lackey of a lackey, and they said that I had to stay out of his way. I said I haven't been in his way ever since he took away everything. And they said, well, what he giveth, he taketh away. And then left. I didn't exactly understand until
Yes,
melting.
I got
Where's
In my head, I couldn't believe what I was being shown, seeing, whatever.
Asa, it's. I saw it too. That's why I'm here. Where's Celia?
I don't know. I'm sure she was the one that sent it.
Where were they?
He gives her a couple of cross streets. She was driving her somewhere, probably to get a snack or something. The car was empty except for a
Yes, I know.
pool of
You need to get me names
serious
and
missing.
you need to get me names and people to hit.
I get to kill people.
I've
I
been
don't
trying to
c-
find. I've been trying to find my old contacts, but they've either got me on block or they don't exist under the same names anymore.
Well, you need to figure it out. How much is it going to take for you to get answers?
It's gonna take all I got, and I'm gonna give it. He took my sister from me like she didn't matter. He stole my niece, the only piece of my brother I had left. He did more than kill me. He gave me the gift of having nothing to lose.
I swear to God, I leave town for 3 days. We've got a little bit of money here. We're going to do what we can. If you need some of it, just let us know. I'm going to be pulling some favors. I don't really have much of any to play with right now.
The club can take care of itself, but if you want it, you can take it.
The club doesn't matter to me. But I think I know someone who might want it. I'll make sure somebody's in charge. Is it at least legit?
Absolutely. My sister did a great job. Sorry, I brought her to your house because I have no place to put her that I wanted to expose because they know about this place.
Like I said, you get me names, or at the very least, get me in the same room as these people, and every last one of them is dead.
Never told you that when they remade her, it was basically making her a Quicksilver Golem. I think he said it was. She was. So I don't know if she's still in there or what.
He's got hubris. Even if she's not in there, she is in something that he can hold.
I'm going to find Celia. I'm going to get her back.
You
Then
don't
we're
leave
going to
me out
go.
of the loop on this. We do this together.
Then we're going to go kill Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
I've got to go blow off steam. I'm just.
He's still, as far as your mind in your mind's eye, you can see he's still got the um, blue glowing head, the purple glowing head, and tentacles coming off of it,
Oh, yeah.
and you can tell it's just that is just a psychic construct made straight out of anger.
I have no doubt. If Acer could do anything as cool as that, it would be just as bad. Yep, it's time to start calling in some favors. Well, guys, I hope you guys
Yeah.
have fun sleeping tonight because Acer's not. Go ahead.
And that's a good place to stop.
God damn.
So we'll
Gonna
start
kill
sign off.
Big fat
Hey,
voodoo
sir.
daddy.
Acer
I'm
can start signing
so
off.
fucking mad right now, guys.
I love
It is not often that I feel this the same way as my character does. Right now, I am pissed. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Damn it. Alright, we're putting down in our contacts list is Allison is indisposed. We still got a list to pull from. Oh, sorry, I'm just. Ugh. You're. Here's the thing.
I'm
Acer's
making
gonna
you sign off first because you're angry.
Acer's gonna give it 24 hours, and if she doesn't start getting answers in 24 hours, there are just going to be dead bodies lining this street. All right, we're gonna start with the morgue. I don't care if he gave us business. He's somebody that we know that is not clean, so we're gonna start with
We
him.
get to hunt down people. We get to hunt down people.
I'm glad you're happy about this. The next thing we're going to do is start tracking down any signs of big bad voodoo daddies. We'll start laying traps if we have to. If I know he may not have any specific territory in this city, but the second that we start tagging things and taking credit and making it look like it's his work, he'll send somebody down, and he can't ignore that. So, sorry, I'm just.
I know. This is what a GM loves. Investment.
Oh. Okay, give me half an hour and I'll be fine. Anyways, you can also find me on Thursdays playing Joker, the raging psychopath who is more than ready to do whatever it takes to get answers in his way, which freaks the other group out, the other half of the group out a little bit because I don't think they've dealt with a grade A psychopath like Joker before. You can also find me on, well, let's see, Sunday in Tales from the Cosmos, where a band of adventurers, well, let's see, they decided we're gonna go banish a pixie. Hey, it's a DC 30 save. Okay. And the pixie makes the save. So now some really interesting shit gets to happen, and I am here for it. You can also find me on, oh gosh, Monday is Twinkle Bailey in the Fire Strike. The captain who has had it up to his eyeballs with his little radish friend. I forget what their actual name is. So, yeah. But other than that, I think that's me.
All right. Shadowhound?
What up? We get to go kill Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. I'm Shadowhound. I'm excited. Also upset. Ooh, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy made a big bad mistake.
You saying he's a big bad boo-boo daddy?
Yeah, he made a big bad boo boo. But yeah, no, I'm excited. This is great. This is what Shadowhound lives for. The hunt. And then he gets to rip him apart. And then leave him slightly alive so Acer can rip his mind apart. It'll be great. Teamwork. Yeah, no. Anyways, you can catch me on every other Saturday for Sands of Time. Well, I almost said Sands of Time. That was weird. Bitter Ends. There we go. Somehow Land Before Time was the next thing in my mind. The Bitter Ends is Eot the Wild Child, who eats everything and is probably a descendant of Grandma or an ancestor or a cousin of Grandma. We're still not sure. We're working that out. It's interesting. And then on Sundays. I was talking about Grandma and I completely got the day wrong. On Sunday, you can catch me in Cosmos as a multitude of characters, all doing multitude of things, all for the Silver Spire as we hunt down Deidre or that bitch. I said bitch. And then also on Mondays, it's Oliver Byrne, the bear who's just a bear. Yeah, that's everything.
Okay, Knight.
Okay, I'm Scott. It's like whatever. Today was a laid back day. I decided to keep my mouth shut because there's a bunch of powerful people that can like flick kick me across the existence. So yeah, I kept my mouth shut today. But I'm gonna stay up all night and find out any information all night long. Fuck sleep. Because Celia was cool. I have to find her. Okay, so other games I'm in, I know they do it every other Thursday when they do Fast Cars Clear Gems. I play Mikey, which he does not really care how information gets. Whatever. I hack into the network and then I make things happen and I steal things. Who cares? If we got to beat this person to a pulp to find out information, go ahead. He's okay. He don't care. Okay. Then Friday, I play chess in Battle of the Menagerie. There's a captain of the menagerie, and we are making business transactions to get different places to work together. Yay! And then every other Saturday, which it'll be this Saturday, we'll have Bitter Ends, which is the Apocalypse Waterworld thing where I play Angel, who's the daddy, and tells people, no, we're not stopping, deal with it. Bad child. And then has to deal with another dude that wants to get himself stabbed and not rest and go drink more. Like, dude, you need to rest. No, I'm going to go to the bar. Ugh. Bad child. But we'll see what happens Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm in Cosmos. And apparently, I now have, I don't know. I play Fagara. Fagara wanted a forest. So he worked on that last time, I think. This is what he said. I'm still waiting for the video to get uploaded so I can watch it. But we'll see. Then on Monday, I'm Fire Strike as Xander, um, who is organizing his notes and tabulations and doing personal. God, I would wish these two would stop following me around. They're annoying me. I've got millions of things to do and they keep following me around. Ugh. But yeah, Xander's waiting to get into the library to do multiple research tasks for different things. I wish these two would just die because I'm tired. They were supposed to be a simple ride back. Now they won't leave me alone. I don't know. And then, oh wait, that's everything now.
Okay, and I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming. And when I'm not here, at least on Sundays, I'm in Tales from the Cosmos, where I play Corin Deadblade, the wizard who walks like a fighter, and Eliadris Night Eye, the elven monk Yeetmaster. And those two seems to have switched off on which towns they're going to be working in, which might be a mistake, but it might work out pretty well because he's perfectly poised to kick the shit out of a fairy in Things and Things, the can't say alien, the non-human strip club in Brunton. If you don't know what all that meant, watch Tales from the Cosmos. It's fun. It's crazy. I blew up an island. So now that we're done, we'll leave with, let's see.
R.I.P. Allison.
Oh God, R.I.P. Allison. Yes.
R.I.P.
Allison.
Allison.